Beautiful. Thank you, Dr. Dyer. And I'm curious, one listener would like to know, I know that you get up very early in the morning, and one listener would like to know, what do you say to yourself? What's the first thing that you tell yourself when you get up in the morning?
First thing I say is thank you. I say it every morning. I thank you for this day. Thank you for my breath. Thank you for the fact that I have another day to live. I have another morning to be alive. If you see my film, The Shift, it opens with that line when I wake up. And The Shift originally was called Ambition to Meaning, but now it's a movie with Portia de Rossi and myself and several other great actors. And I just stay in a state of gratitude from the very, very opening time I open my eyes. I say, thank you, God, for this day.
Beautiful. And do you find at this point, you're now 70, and you've obviously been practicing this for a long time, but do you still have negative thoughts that come up?
Oh, yeah, all the time. I'm constantly working on myself. I have struggles. I have 8 children. I have leukemia. I've had heart disease. I've had separation from my wife and divorce. I've had addictions, and there are temptations all the time. But by and large, I allow that. Instead of seeing myself as just having a little tiny speck of God inside of me that I consult once in a while, like on a Sunday morning, I try to move that to more of like a segment or a larger portion of myself, so that I can remember that I am God in action. I am not ever separate from God, and reminding myself that that's who I am. That it keeps those negative thoughts at bay.
Wonderful. Well, I hope that you're doing all right with your treatment for the leukemia right now.
I'm doing fine. I'm here, and I'm breathing, and I'm alive, and I'm getting ready to go in the ocean and swim, and this is the only day I have. And,
beautiful.
There's not a person out there listening, and there's not an animal out there or a tree or anything that's here on this planet or in this universe that doesn't go through the same 4 steps. You go through birth, and then growth, and then decay, and then death. But the part of you that is in there that just keeps occupying all new places, that part of us never dies. And that's who I am. That's where I do most of my living.
Beautifully said. Thank you. And Dr. Dyer, when you come to Vancouver on November 23rd, many of the people in the audience are going to be fans who've read your books, they've seen you on television, they've been to your events before. But what can you say to people who haven't experienced your work? What are they going to take home with them if they come to your event on November 23rd?
Well, hopefully they'll take home a set of beliefs that I open my talk usually with this idea that if you wouldn't show up at a talk like this or even listen to this interview if there wasn't a part of you that really wanted to elevate your life, to improve it, to move to a higher place. And in order to elevate your life in any way, you have to change your concept of yourself. Now, your concept of yourself is everything that you believe to be true. And everything that you believe to be true has gotten you to where you are. But if you'd like to get to a higher place, you have to start looking within and challenging many of the things that you have come to believe are true about who you are, what you can do, what's possible for you, what kinds of things that you can accomplish, and so on. You have to change what you have come to believe is true, and hopefully they will leave with an idea of some things to think about themselves that they may never have thought of as true. That they are all miracles and miracle workers, and that the lines from Jesus in the New Testament, that even the least among you can do all that I have done, and even greater things, is something that they should begin to take literally. That they can indeed perform miracles and manifest what they want into their lives.
And that brings up a question for me, Dr. Dyer, regarding manifestation. So many people seek out spirituality these days. Many people have seen like a movie like The Secret, and they think, okay, well, in order to get more money or a new car, I have to do these things, these more spiritual things, to kind of line up with the energy of that. And I'm just wondering how you respond to that aspect of the law of attraction.
Well, I don't really think that you get what you want. I think you get what you are, and you attract into your life what you are. So if you want to attract abundance and prosperity into your life, you have to be it. And you have to take your focus off of yourself and what's in it for you, and begin to think like God thinks, because the source of all creation is in a divine source of some kind. Call it God or Spirit or the Tao. It doesn't matter. And you have to act like that, which means that instead of asking, you're much more in giving. Instead of having a mantra that says, "What's in it for me, and how can I get more?" you begin to say, "How may I serve? What may I do for you?" And when you get to that place and you're acting that way, everything else that you need for your life, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a new car in the driveway or a new fancy watch on your wrist. It can be just the great inner satisfaction of knowing that you have improved the quality of life for someone else. Can't really ask for much more than that.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Dr. Dyer. I know you're very busy, so I appreciate you taking time from your day to speak with us here at Synchronicity. And I just want to ask you if there's anything else that you'd like to add.
No, I just have to tell everyone that I love them. That'd be fine.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, we love you too.
Thank you so much. God bless you. I appreciate talking to you.
Thanks, Dr. Dyer, and I'll see you on November 23rd.
Great.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
So that was Dr. Wayne Dyer, and he is going to be here in Vancouver on November 23rd. He'll be at the Queen Elizabeth Theatre, and tickets are still available. If you would like a discount, then you just punch in the discount code SOUL when you purchase your tickets online. And I believe seniors and students also get a 20% discount. Thank you so much for listening. This has been an interview with Dr. Wayne Dyer. I'm Marie Benard here on Synchronicity.